Welcome to the Driving Spotlight. I'm your host, Teshuan Wint. Now, have you ever heard about the Y2K School of Driving? If you haven't, on today's episode of Driving Spotlight, you'll learn more about the driving school that has been helping people succeed in driving for several years. On top of that, prepare to hear more about the services that are offered and how they help you with your learner's permit and your driver's license application. We'll be talking about all of that and more right here on the Driving Spotlight. So stay tuned because we'll be right back after this short break.
Do you want to learn how to drive but unsure of where to start? Enroll now at Y2K School of Driving. Whether you're a new driver or looking to refresh your driving skills, we have got you covered. We offer defensive driving courses, refresher courses, night driving, and more. Our rates start as low as $6,000 with affordable bundle packages available. Call or WhatsApp us now at 876-445-1024. Y2K School of Driving, making the art of driving easier than you think. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to Driving Spotlight. Our guest for today's show is Mr. Richard Morris. He's an assessor of driving in the Department of Driving Operations at the National Council on Technical and Vocational Education and Training, located in St. Andrew. He is also the proud and certified owner of the Y2K School of Driving, making the art of driving easier than you think. Welcome, Sir Morris.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing today? It's glad to have you. I'm glad to have you in studio today.
Thank you very much, and for having me as well.
Right. So I just have some questions that I would like you to answer for the viewers online. Is that okay?
That's okay, man.
All right. So, Mr. Morris, I'm curious to know more about the name of the school. Y2K School of Driving. Why? What was the inspiration behind that name?
Thank you for that. Well, when I started out in 2005, we didn't have a name for the school, right? About 2 years after, 2 to 3 years after, we decided to give it a name. And it was a situation where it was inspiration, actually, because I was thinking of several different names, and through inspiration, the name Y2K came into mind. So I decided to name it Y2K School of Driving. Actually, the Y2K, it was 2005. The Y stands for here, 2000 and beyond. So 2005, we are still here today.
Yes.
Beyond, right?
Yes, that's the year I was born, so that's 20 years old. Well, this year would make it 21 years, right? Yes.
Okay.
So where are you located and what are some of the services that are offered?
Okay. So in this parish, all of the driving instructors work from home. However, we have main pickup points that we operate from. So for Y2K, we operate from the vineyards that's across from CTC, that's Churches Teachers College.
Right.
That's where we have our main pickup point.
Okay, and what are some of the services that your school offers?
Oh, beautiful. We do pretty much every services for driving operations. So first and foremost, we do a beginners program. So somebody who don't know how to drive, we do a beginners program. We offer also refresher programs. So for example, you have a license and you haven't driven for a while, we would now offer you refresher programs for that. We also do night driving services. So quite a few persons can drive in the day, but when it comes on to the night, it's a challenge. Right. So we offer night driving services as well. We are competent or certified in teaching all of the disciplines. So we're talking about standard. In fact, it started off as a standard driving school.
Oh, really?
I never used to teach automatic. This was recently we started teaching automatic like about 3 years ago.
Because it's more prominent now.
It's more prominent, so you have to work with the flow, right? We are also competent in teaching commercial. So you're talking about the bigger vehicles, such as tractor trailer. We are able to do that. Just that we don't have the unit at the moment, right? So we can teach commercial driving, right? We're trained in that, right, to do all of that. But right now we are offering the services, as I said, beginner services, refresher services, and this one is one that I think you'll be interested to know, that we also teach older students. So professors might refer to them as senior citizens, right? But from your 45 up, you're an older student and you tend to learn a little slower than somebody like yourself who is in your 20s, right? So a lot of schools don't really offer that service as such. They'll do it, but they don't really like to do it because it takes a lot more patience for those persons, right? So you're talking about teaching like 60-year-old persons, 50-year-old persons. The oldest person I have taught is a 73-year-old.
Oh, wow.
73-year-old lady.
Yes.
And she did extremely well at the exam, right? But it takes a lot of patience, more than the normal, the norm, right? So those are some of the services that we offer.
Okay, thank you very much. How does the Y2K School of Driving assist new drivers in getting their learner's permit?
Okay, that's easy. So once you are someone who is interested to learn, right, we have, once you contact the school, we offer the beginner's service. So in other words, the person would have to have a learner's permit. And that's a challenge what we're having now today, right, with the learners. It's different from when back in my days, used to just go to the tax office, pay for a learners and get it, and yeah, that's you. Since 2023, the new Road Traffic Act has stipulated that for a learner, for somebody trying to get a learner's permit, you would have to now go to the doctor, you have to go to the GP, you have to sit a test, which you never have to do, right? All of those things. And so we have a service, I didn't mention it before, we have a learner service that we assist persons, because the challenge is that you have to go to the examination depot and you have to spend several trips going down there. So we decided that we are going to do the groundwork. And the only thing that you'll have to do is to actually go and sit the test, go to the doctor. I can't go to the doctor for you, right? And get your pictures done, right? You need 3 pictures. And then now we register you for the driving service, which is to get you competent in completing the course, which is to get you competent in all the areas of driving to make you now be ready for the driving test.
All right, so follow-up question on that. How do you assist in the driver's license application?
All right. So once you start the course, you are taken through the different modules of the course, which includes defensive driving, driving skills, and the traffic road regulation system. We are there right through ensure that you become competent and you're competent before you go for the test. So you're not going to go to the test, to the examination for to do the test, except you are competent. We ensure that. In doing that, we have mock exam that we do as well, both practical and theory, to prepare you for that. And once you are close to the date for you to apply for the driver's license, we assist you with that as well. We have the forms that we will supply to you. We carry through the routine of getting the pictures, everything that you need to apply for the test. And we are right there with you, right up the day of the test. In fact, we are there with you at the test day when you have to use the vehicle to go. We are there right through to ensure that everything goes right at the examination depot, and so that you will pass the test, and then the examination depot will do the rest from there.
Okay. Are there any benefits of getting both a learner's permit and a driver's license?
That's a good question. So listen to me. That is a major problem we're having here in Jamaica now, since it changed in 2020 and 2023.
Right.
The challenge with the learners, the government now have a stipulation where once you apply for your learner's permit, you have to do a minimum of 6 months on the learners before you can apply for the driving test. So it never used to be like that. You just go, get your learners, and the next day you could go for the driving test at the exam depot, if you wish. Now you have to do 6 months on the learners. The learners last for 1 year. 6 months is required. And they didn't say this, but actually they are saying to you that during that 6 months, you should be doing training. In fact, the training can be for 2 months if you are consistent doing classes, at least 3 classes per day for 5 days of the week. That training can last for about 2 months. Complete. You become competent. So you have 4 months leave before you can apply for the driving test, right? But that's what the government will want you to do, to ensure that you get adequate training to prepare for it. So the benefits of getting our learners, and I keep on saying to my university students, don't wait until you complete your course at the university to apply for the learners, because quite a few of the jobs that you are going to get sometimes require you to have a driver's license. Now look at a scenario like this. You wait until that opportunity comes up and you do not have a driver's license. They're going to give it to somebody else. In fact, I've had situations where persons were working in the establishment already, in the corporation, and outlet come for them to get a higher job. So they're working, for example, at a bank teller, and now they have a job open for a traveling job in the bank. It's happened already. It's something I'm talking about. This is real-time experience I'm talking about. And the person didn't have a driver's license. The bank was trying to wait on them to get the driver's license, but they couldn't wait any longer because, of course, the person have to take some time to learn, right? See, right? And they lost the job. See? So I keep on saying to my university students and tertiary level students, look about your learners, get the 6 months off at least, so that you can now be ready to apply for your driver's license. So that is one benefit there, so getting it early, right? Other benefits, it allows you to drive any vehicle on the road. Right. Having your learner's permit, right, give you the freedom of learning all the competencies that you will need to learn in the driving course so that you can be ready for getting your driver's license. Moving on to the driver's license, that's a big one. Getting a Jamaican driver's license has many benefits. Number one, it allows you to own a vehicle, to register a vehicle in your name, to insure it and everything. Number two, right, it gives you the freedom of getting more income, because there's a lot of driving jobs in Jamaica that gives you higher income than, for example, if you're a gas station attendant, you can get a driving job that can give you more income than a gas station attendant. So it gives you, income, it increases your income. It is a ID. It is just like, it's a government ID that has the powers just like a voter's ID and more. You can also use it in international countries, in countries abroad. It gives you the freedom of renting cars. So you want to rent a car, you have a driver's license, right? You can check also your tickets, if there's tickets, if you have tickets outstanding with a driver's license, right? Big one, the earlier you get the driver's license, it's better for you. The insurance premium after a year is reduced. I always say to my parents, as soon as your children reach 17, allow them to get their driver's license because you're doing them a big benefit. Because when they reach the stage where they're going to buy their own vehicle, the insurance premium is going to come right down to almost to that lower level. So it benefits your child here. So, and of course, if you are an adult as well, after a year, the insurance premium start to go down. Any country in the world, once you get a new license, the insurance premium is sky high. Yes. And having a Jamaican driver's license with the Geneva Convention 1949 allows you to drive in over 150 countries. Getting an international, once you get a driver's license, you can apply for an international, license, which allows you to drive in over 150 countries in the world. That's a lot. Yes, so those are some of the benefits of having a Jamaican driver's license.
Thank you. How can people contact the Y2K School of Driving to enroll?
All right, so we, Y2K School of Driving, we're on the platforms on the Instagram, Y2K School of Driving, TikTok, Instagram, and even before that, you could actually Google the school, driving school in Mandeville, for example, and you'll see Y2K comes up, Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing, Mr. Morris. I know for a fact that the information that you share today most definitely helps someone watching online. So viewers, whether you want to start your driving journey or you're just looking to refresh those driving skills, as he said, we have the Refreshers program. Y2K School of Driving is here to help you through it all. So in case you missed it, Y2K School of Driving is located in Mandeville, Jamaica, and you may reach Mr. Morris, the driving instructor, at 876-445-1024. That's 876-445-1024 for more information. So don't forget to follow the school at Y2K School of Driving on Instagram and TikTok. Well, that's all the time we have for today's show. Thank you for tuning in to the Driving Spotlight. Thank you to our producer, Jasmine Kennedy, and our hard-working production team that made this show possible. And of course, we couldn't end the show without giving you a chance to hear from past and current students of the Y2K School of Driving, who will agree just how much the school has helped them on their driving journey. You can check out their stories in the testimonial videos, which will be showcased at this time. I'm your host, Teshuan Wint, and I'll see you next time right here on the Driving Spotlight.
Hi, I am Mrs. Ruby Redway Burrell, and I am 75 years old, and I want to share with you my experience driving as a senior citizen. I've always wanted to drive, but kept putting it off. Incidents of my husband fainting at the tax office jolted me to the realization that I must learn to drive. I had the keys in my hands, but could not do anything to take him to the hospital. And I vowed in my mind, this would never happen again. I've always seen Mr. Morris's van passing back and forth, and I wondered, what would it be like to have this driver teach me. I took the challenge to call him, set up a date, and he started. I have found Mr. Morris as a teacher, stimulating, encouraging, patient, and yet he has a great sense of humor. He knows how to settle you, to put off anxiousness. I want to tell you that I gained confidence in driving as a senior when he took me to the cross country. That was an experience. So I'm saying age is no barrier. If you desire to learn to drive as a senior, 65 and over, you can forget your fears if you contact Mr. Morris at his Y2K School of Driving. Telephone number 445-1024.
Driving is something that I've always been passionate about. I've always wanted to get my license, and as such, I decided that I needed to get enrolled in a school. Now, when asking which school would be best, the first answer that I got was Y2K School of Driving. So I contacted them and made them know that I wanted to be a part of their driving school. Alright, so I had a wonderful instructor, Mr. Morris. He always ensured that I was comfortable with whatever concepts were being taught. And, he gave me hands-on experience with what I needed to do for the driving exam. So something that I struggled with was parallel parking. I didn't really like it. However, Mr. Morris always ensured to make me feel confident. He told me, Teshuan, okay, you just need to execute the steps properly. And it took me a while, because even the morning before doing my road test, I was a bit nervous and I wasn't really getting it. However, he said to me, just remember my voice in the exam, remember the steps that I taught you, and you'll be fine. And I did just that and executed them properly. I would definitely say to persons that they should get enrolled in Y2K School of Driving.
Hello, my name is Thais Morgan, and I am a past student of the Y2K School of Driving. I needed to drive, of course, and the first initiative was to go to a driving school. I got some recommendations from my friends and even my family members, and at the end I chose Y2K School of Driving because of its reputation, of its spiritual emphasis, and even the way in which they relate to their students. They were able to break down information in a simple way so that I could understand. The instructor was of pretty much teachable attitude. I was able to sit down, I was able to listen, and he encouraged me to get a book. I got a book, and for each session I was able to record it. And in recording each session, I could go back and forth with the recordings, and I could listen and I could write my notes, because I'm that type of learner. I would recommend the school to others. Reason being is because of my personal experience, and even for the road. I mean, he taught me to be pretty much defensive on the road. We can, be pretty much intimidated and shy by the trucks that we see on the road. So yes, I would recommend Y2K School of Driving to anyone.